Yeah. Okay. Okay, got two machines recording. Okay, so let me get the presentation up. Just make sure that's working. And we'll get in. Turn off the phone now. Now I'm here. Just want to get the right one up. Here's the presentation I want. Found it. Let's see. It's off. That's off. Okay, we can get into this now. I'm going to share the screen now. So, all right. So, should show itself in a minute. Okay, it's a bit slow. Should be able to see it now. All right, everybody. So welcome to Marketing and Manifesting Your Business. This is a free webinar. I'm Nicolas Ngan of the Center for Conscious Ascension. And let's talk about why we're here. Okay, so a lot of you guys have asked me, how do we market the Center for Conscious Ascension? How do we grow from a little business in London back in the 90s up into a global teaching business 30 odd years later? And this is just a little introduction to a 2-day training we run on how we did this. And the purpose of marketing and manifesting a business is to take fifth dimensional approach, unity consciousness, love-based approach to doing business, rather than the 3D approach of just making money. We're here to help you manifest. My mission is to help you manifest your mission of service, which is one of the biggest challenges Lightworkers face. Because we have these lovely, you all have this lovely service you've discovered or discovering, and you want to take it out to the world to make a difference. And that's the big challenge here. We train lots of you with our practitioner trainings, but how do we take that feminine love-based training and wrap enough of a masculine marketing container around it to take it out to the world so people will actually pay you for your gift of service? So basically, you're getting the first couple of hours of this training, so you get a feel for what we do over a whole weekend. And in that 2-day workshop, you get some of it today. You get some of the secrets of how we market and manifest the Center for Conscious Ascension. So actually, I'll say why I'm here. I mean, I used to work in the corporate world up until about 25 years ago, and in developing commercial mobile satellite communication services and working out how to develop and market that. And then I left that, having had my spiritual awakening, to do this, which was a lot more interesting to me. And so my passion is to get you guys out here. I mean, you were born to do this, but getting from the passion you have about what you want to deliver to the world and actually deliver it for real is actually another matter altogether. And it's always been, it's a real challenge to do this work. I mean, 70% of small businesses, including Lightworkers, they have failed after 5 years, simply because the principles are not understood on how to take a business like the sort of things we do out to the world. And just generally, it's very, very challenging running a business. So we share here a taster of the techniques we use to actually make that work. So that's why I'm here, to help you guys manifest your mission with fifth dimensional technologies. I want to find out why you're here, because that's going to help me shape. It's going to set group intention for what we're going to do. So if you want to speak, just give me a big wave. I'm a man, so I often miss little dainty lady waves, okay? All right. So just say where you are from and what brought you here, and what's your intention for this taster or the workshop is. So we'll start with Catherine, then we'll go to Manasi.
Thanks, Nicholas. Hi, everyone. Basically, yeah, I've been taking like intuition trainings. I've done the soul practitioner training, and I always get stuck with like coming up with a name of I feel like the name I come up with is always taken, or it'll be the wrong one. And who am I going to attract, and who am I going to help? And um, I follow a lot of coaches too. So I just feel like, oh, there's just too many doing the same thing. So what am I going to do differently? Or um, so that's where I'm stuck with. I want to help people. And then I feel bad charging for it too. By the same token, I'm holding space for them, so that is hard. Um, and then how much do you charge? And when I've paid a lot for these courses and for coaches, like I've paid, so I know there's a market for it, but just doing it for others, especially starting from zero, is hard for me. So I would like to, and also, how do you show that what you're providing? Show a dirty car and here's a clean car. How do you show results with energy work or healings, or like other than testimonials? How can you really prove what you did worked,
Can you say
and
the
then
last,
market that?
can you say the last couple of sentences again, Catherine, because you broke up a lot then.
Mhm.
You just,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so how can you show that energy work really heals people, or the divine healing actually heals, other than testimonials? Um, how do you show the result that the person wants to see to want to work with you? Is where I get stuck. As opposed to like a hair salon that shows a before and after. Like, how would you show that this actually helped, so that people would want to work with you, or they know that you can help them with an issue they're having, emotional or mental?
okay. Yeah. It's about a 2-day answer to those questions, but we'll do what we can today. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And where are
Okay.
you? Tell everyone where you are, Catherine.
Yeah. I'm in Philadelphia in the United States.
Okay. Thank you. Right. Manasi, where are you hailing from?
Hi everyone. So I'm from India. Um, and what brings me here, I have just quit my 9 to 5 corporate job and trying to get into business coaching. But at the same time, I'm very much inclined towards spiritual activities. So I am a little bit confused. How do I try to merge this? Like, I want to do spiritual stuff like healer or something 5D, but I am also trying to get into business coaching. So don't know which route is for me and how do I try to merge them.
Okay. So you're trying to decide on your market niche. What particular
Yeah.
market niche segment you want to address? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's always a big question. That's actually what we're going to cover today. So, right. Okay. Who's next? Josie, you're back for more.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay. So I've been with you in this seminar last year.
Yeah.
And actually you helped me a lot. Because I quit the corporate job, my corporate job, and I'm from Peru actually. I'm in Lima. I quit my corporate job and I was in the plan to write a book. So the book has been already launched at the end of last year. You also helped me with the name of the book, so it resonates with my name. And then something that really, really, really helped me is the unfolding process that you share with us. Because I launched the book and then I began to do reels in social media, and then I had a lot of interviews. And then right now I'm doing I'm beginning to do, I'm doing a podcast also. We launched it 2 months ago. And then right now the people are asking me to do seminars. So I follow a lot of things that you share with us during the seminar that has been really helpful. And I'm here because I know that you always upgrade what you share with us. So I'm here to see any upgrades of the, I don't know, of the topic. So I'm curious about that.
So all the stuff you learned
Thank you.
has worked okay.
Yeah, it's been amazing, Nicolas. So I thank you very much. This is like absolutely wonderful because I studied advertising and marketing. That's my thing, right? But the view that you give is absolutely different and it complements everything that I learned. So really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Very helpful.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
All right, who's next? There's two of you. Who's this? There's two Josies here. It's a friend of yours. Isn't it?
That's Cecilia Souza.
Hi,
She
Cecilia.
uses my she used my link. I think that she was having problems to connect, and I think she used my link. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Josie. Hi.
Hi, hi,
I-
Cecilia.
Really, I'm here because Josie talked me about this web seminar. Like, for me, it's like introducing something not new, but I think it's going to be a resource. I'm a psychologist and I also study advertising with Josie. But right now I'm a therapist and work with a target from 4 years old girls and also adults of 92 years. So I have a range very big, but also have a lot of things to communicate. And I'm in the process with interviews with some corporates, brands and also corporations that want to introduce the marketing or the vision, not also for the resource human, but also to launch some campaigns and things related to their brands, but with an additional of knowing the target as a human being, as a person, as more than simple. Well, that's what I want to give them. No, more than only objects or products. We have to make an additional value, what they feel, what they desire. So that's a little what I'm here, and I want to hear more than talk.
Okay.
I'm from Peru also.
I'm from Peru as well. You're very international today. So,
Thank
all
you.
right. Who's next? Erin, nice to see you.
Hello. So I've recently written a book and launched it, and I've moved into channeling. So I'm here to see whether I can market that in a way. Just learn a bit more about marketing because I've never done anything like this before. So it's just getting some information so that I can go away and try and use it to promote what I've come into. So yeah.
Okay. Welcome. Do you want to tell everyone where you are?
Oh yeah, UK.
Yep. Okay. All right. Gitty, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, I'm Gitti. I am from Germany, but I live in Spain. I work as a coach and I get super amazing feedback, but I don't do any marketing, or I haven't done any marketing because I would love to find like a form of marketing that's actually fun and that's also in alignment. And I'm thinking about doing the divine healing training. And same thing. Also, I would like to eventually really make a living with what I do and not only, work and then do this just to help people, but not make a living from it. So, I'd love to, find a way of marketing that's aligned with me and that's also fun.
Okay, thank you. All right. Janica, do you want to introduce yourself? You can just switch your mic on or...
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't sure. I've got my young kid at home and a dog, and so I would have to run back and forth. So I didn't want to be a distraction.
It's okay. Kids are welcome. Dogs are welcome.
Yeah.
So,
Ah, so I'm
do you want to
from.
switch? Do you want to come across with the video, or it's up to you if you want?
Yes, I
You
was
just
looking.
say,
Oh, there we go. Okay.
because it's good to connect with you. She'll be in a, there you go.
Okay. Hi.
Go for it.
Okay. So yeah, I may be running back and forth, but
It's okay.
I'm from Arizona in the US, and I am a stay-at-home mom, but recently I completed a foot zoning certification. I don't know if anyone's familiar with foot zoning, similar to reflexology, but there's a little more like energy work to it. And so really I'm just kind of here to listen and learn and try to figure out kind of how to get started with doing that as my own little business.
Okay. Well, you come to the right place. Right. Because what we're doing is we're bridging the passion you guys have for the therapies or coaching or whatever you do with actually business principles, but doing it in a conscious way. I mean, most businesses are what we call A corporations, and they're looking at maximizing return on investment at any cost, and you see the result of that. They've just about destroyed the earth. Because what we're doing is that it's a different principle. We are focusing on maximizing return on consciousness, creating a better world for everybody, plus making a living. So it's a broader, much less selfish goal. And if you focus on service first, then people are much more likely to come. Okay. Obviously, money's important. We all got bills to pay and things like that. Focus on the service first. That's one core principle. So it's part of the evolution of civilization, where we learn to move from service of self or service of one corporation at the expense of everyone else to service of the whole community. That's a core principle. And when we start to move to that and everyone starts to work together, you get a better world ultimately. But each of you can contribute to that by doing one little thing that you do. But if everyone does that, then it collectively grows enormously. We have been poisoned by money. Money has become a god, was a means of exchange, and people have done things with it which are unspeakable in a lot of ways. But it has destroyed our relationship with ourselves and others. And our job is to rebuild that. So let's get back to the slides. That's the sort of principle we're working with here. So now we know why you guys are here. I just want to pose some questions to you. So I've just got to get the little webcams bigger so I can see you guys. So it's about becoming a spiritual entrepreneur. We had the word spiritual in front. So basically, this is a conscious entrepreneur doing what I've just said, being of service with your gift of service, what you love doing. So what do you think an spiritual entrepreneur really is? I just want your impression of who you think you are. What is that? So, because defining your role is very important here. I gave you a few clues just a little while ago. Anyone want to have a go at this? There's no wrong or right answers here. I just want to see where you are with it. Manasi, you're starting to raise the finger there.
So, spiritual entrepreneur is probably someone who is giving service, valuing service more, and not much bothered about returns in terms of money.
Yeah, it's a good start. Okay. Well, service first, money second. Money's important, but money second. So,
Yeah.
Okay. Catherine?
I'd say like a healer, therapist, a safe space, someone who holds a safe space.
Okay.
And is paid for that.
Yeah. All right. Who else wants to contribute to this? This is the group process we're doing here, really. Okay. Janika?
I would say too that a spiritual entrepreneur would be someone who really like listens and follows their intuition.
Yeah, very important point. Note that down, guys. Okay. It's a different sort of business plan. It's a spiritual plan, not a normal business plan. Anyone else want to contribute to that?
I would say, Nicolas, there is somebody that not only want to receive, but also to share.
Yeah, it's all about sharing. Very good. Because as you share what you know and put out to others, more comes back to you. Okay. I was sharing the secrets of 60 personal years of development of how we run these businesses. So you can have to reinvent the wheel. You get there a lot quicker. Okay. All right. Let's have a go. So, a spiritual entrepreneur, well, this is my opinion anyway. The whole thing's an opinion. Is someone who's actualizing their soul journey through the expression of their soul purpose through their spiritual business. Okay, so just think about that. Okay, it's where I've just got to try and get my my pen up here, my annotation. I can write on this. Here it is. So this is one of you guys, and your spiritual business is an outer manifestation of the internal spiritual journey you're going on. So it's a mirror to you of your personal journey. Okay, and the business is not just something that you go to between 9 and 5 and forget about it, as Manasa used to be doing, and then you get on with your real life, your real spiritual life. It's one and the same thing. It's very important to understand that there's an inner world, inner personal development world, and there's an outer external world of your business, which is a direct reflection. It's a hologram. It's a mirror to you of how you're progressing. And when you see that as one and the same thing, that's a very important step. Okay, because the key to running these businesses is to work on yourself, to get real clear within you. Because if you're all clear within you, you feel good about yourself. Guess what's going to happen to your business? Your business is going to get clearer and run better. Okay, so it's very important. Most people don't associate with a 3D job that there's any relationship between them and the job. They just go there to earn money. 90% of them hate it, according to Gallup, which is very serious. Laying for the margin of error. Most people who go to 3D jobs hate it. So it's not very good for your health or just joy. And what's the point of living? Why are we doing this? You see, I used to travel into London on the train and commute, and everyone was grey. I call them the grey people. I go maybe once every 3 or 4 months now. I'm a bit shocked that the state people are in on the train. No one's liking what they're doing. Whereas I just get up. I'm outside London, and I just get up. I'm pretty happy. I was looking forward to doing this today. I was thinking, who's going to turn up? This is going to be fun. So I have a different reality altogether here. So how do you become a spiritual entrepreneur? Okay, how do you move from the conditioning of the matrix to do as you're told, be in your box, follow the rules, to something where you're following your intuition? Okay, as you guys are saying, how do you follow the flow? That's actually the key to the whole thing. Or you begin with the end in mind. What do you want to create with your business? All right. You want to deliver your service with love and in a living. So you think about, well, how am I going to do that? Okay. Because the gift of service you carry that you were born to discover, develop, train in, and bring out into the world, that's why you're here. So focus on that gift, and people will feel that in you. They'll feel that gift, and they'll come for the gift. They can feel that you're not just doing a living, you're doing it because you want to share something you've probably worked really hard to develop, okay, to bring out to the world. And you've got this gift, this shiny gift here, and now you have to find someone to give it to. And we call them your dream client avatar. Type of people that you love working with and that they love working with you, which is what this mini workshop is about, really. Okay, because that can be a bit challenging when you first start out. Well, who's this dream client avatar? I didn't even know there was one when I started. I had no idea about this. That's what you need to determine. Who's that dream client avatar? Okay. And your gift of service that you're going to deliver to your dream client avatar is what you are most passionate about and love to do with your spiritual work. Because if you're passionate about it, people will definitely feel that. And it is to be found, the gift of service is to be found within your soul contract. It'll be in your physical and spiritual karmic aspects and in your soul destiny. Okay. So is anyone not familiar with the soul contract work? You're okay. Okay. So the biggest challenges you face in your karmic patterns are the negative context of your life you're here to overcome in terms of gifts. For example, mine is my physical karma is a 3-3, which is unworthiness to be loved and to be seen. So I've overcome most of that to become a teacher, a communicator. My spiritual karmic one aspect is a 9-9, which is great disempowerment. And so I've overcome most of that so that I can deliver to you guys, empower you to get out there in the world and turn what may be a hobby for some of you into something that pays the bills and help you transition out of part or full-time 3D work so you can do what you love doing. Okay. All right. So the place that we are least likely to look is where the answer to that question is. So have a look at those aspects in your chart. Same soul destiny as well, what you were born to do. Soul destiny is like very karmic initially. That's going to give you a lot of information on what the gift is. Mine's a 9 as well, so it's the same as the spiritual karmic energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to work in pairs, okay, to discover your gift of service. Now, how many guys have we got here? Check. Okay, Cecilia, can you turn the camera on? Are you still on the phone? Or at least turn the voice on so I can, yeah. So is the phone stable?
I'm here. Yes, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, it's stable. Just checking. Okay. All right, so we're going to work in pairs so you can help each other get to your gift of service, okay? And then we'll do a bit of feedback. This is the first exercise. Just go look at my schema work here. Right, so, okay, let me take a look. All right, so we're going to have about 10 minutes each way. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 7 of you, so there's going to be 3 of you in the same room. Is everyone familiar with Zoom breakout rooms? Yeah. Okay. Because this is a webinar, okay, I had to use this to market this thing. I'm going to put a new Zoom link in the chat. I want you to copy that and open that up because we have to go to a Zoom meeting in order to be able to go into Zoom breakout rooms. Okay, so we're going to end this call. I want you to log in with a new one. So let me just grab that first. It's the only way I could actually do this. So let me just close the sharing down. Okay. Stop share here. I'm going to find the new link. So I just set that up already. Okay. Here it is. Okay. All right. I'm just going to copy this thing. All right. Got it. And I'm going to pop this in the chat. So I want you to copy this link or click on that link and let it open in a browser and then open that Zoom call up. It'll be in a Zoom meeting rather than the webinar we're on. And it'll say, is it okay to close this webinar down? And that's fine. You say yes to closing it down and go to the new one. Then we'll join again. Then we have breakout rooms. Okay. So here we go. Try that. Okay. I'll stop recording here.
Listen to them. Would be nice. Holding the safe space. I too want to just validate others because that's what I needed sometimes just to for my sanity. Don't agree with what I'm saying, but just hear me. Like, and I think people just want to be heard. I just want to be heard and understood. So that's an issue for me. So how could I charge for sessions doing that, being on the other end of it? Because I've done many sessions. Healing, some have worked, some haven't. Like, I've tried everything. I've tried courses, and I want to get that money back somehow.
Did her video froze?
It got froze, right?
She'd gone frozen. Just keep it going.
Mm,
How did you guys go
okay.
so far? While we wait for Catherine to come back.
Good. Manasi already. Yeah. Okay. We
Okay, you're
we
back.
have
You
Catherine
froze.
back.
I'll let you get on with it.
Yeah.
See,
Thank you.
we lost about 30 seconds, Catherine.
Yeah.
So start again. On
Yeah.
go back 30 seconds. Okay, you froze.
Oh, she froze again. Oops.
How did you guys go?
Okay.
Back to we have two
Can you
parallel
guys hear me?
conversations here. I know
She's here.
You can hear me okay?
yeah, I can hear you now, but you're freezing. So
You
freezing.
got
Try again.
froze again. Again. Oops. So Manasi already shared with us her gift of service. It went well, I think.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Yes, I think I said whatever just came to me naturally, what I think is my spiritual gift or service.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
good. Catherine, where's the internet router? Where is it?
It's in the basement of the building, and I don't have access.
That's the reason it's the problem. Okay.
It was working fine.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's coming and going. Yeah. Okay, have another go. Have another go. So the last couple of minutes. And this is not. It's really got deteriorated. Okay, you, Manasi and Josie, keep going.
Okay, so I guess I should begin, or yeah.
I think yeah, you begin, Josie, and then I think hopefully Catherine, your Wi-Fi stabilizes, okay? Because we're losing over half of what you're saying. So okay.
Oh no.
Okay, you go for it, Josie.
Okay. So I think my gift of service is basically sharing. Sharing, I would say, sharing the experience, knowledge, and everything that I have learned throughout my adult life, maybe. Share things like pains and, good things. That is what I'm actually doing right now. Everything began with the book. With writing a book and launching the book, and I would say that it's basically that through different type of vehicles. So it's a book, it's reels, it's seminars, it's mentoring that I do mentoring. I began to do mentoring too, and it's been interesting because it's something that I didn't think about doing, but just people ask me to do that. Because they read the book, and I think that when they read the book, they said, okay, I want the same, because the book is actually related with it's related with what you say, Manasi, is about quitting your job, and how you reinvent yourself after that. So it's basically that. It's sharing everything that I have learned, that end up, in a really positive result, I would say, because I've been, in the place that you were both, like questioning myself about what I should be doing with my life. Honestly, it took me years to.
And helping them get. And then also by connecting back into nature, and also I like to connect people to, whomever they need to be connected to, and just, yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. Neat. All right.
Okay, how's it going, ladies? I'm just making sure the other guys are okay.
Yeah.
Have we got clarity? Okay. Jenica, how did you find that?
It's interesting to listen to it back. But yeah, it was a good perspective to hear it that way.
Okay.
It kind of shows you where, if I don't want to be pigeonholed into one thing, like, okay, I need to kind of expand what I do. Because yeah, I don't necessarily want to just do foot zoning. I was telling them, I feel like it's kind of opened the door into the realm of possibilities of like energy work and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm just starting on this path.
Okay, so I want you to all write down your realizations that you've got from this, especially from the mirroring. This is the point of it. So this is actually how you grow. You always start off with a seed of what you think you're going to do. You start with what's in the moment, but then it's going to build. And the purpose of this is to get an idea, well, what else is on the edges? What else is going to appear? How are we going to grow this? Okay. Because hearing it from someone else is a completely different experience, as you've noticed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's really real. It's actually out there. It's an energy out there. And this is actually how you grow a business. You start to grow the energy when we do this stuff. Because everything starts with a thought. Okay. The thought turns into reality, and what we're doing here is turning it into reality. And you got to decide, actually, is that actually what I want? It's just as you said, Jenica. Oh, there's got to be more than zoning.
Yeah.
So you got a whole new thing that gives you a whole new area to explore. Well, what's that going to be? You see?
Yeah.
See, that's a very important point there you just discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because the whole plan, you each have a plan at a high dimensional level, but what happens is it gets drip fed when you're ready. It comes from what we call a visionary template. You get a little bit, started with zoning, and then a new thing just downloaded into you. Because you already defined this whole plan, you're just finding out what it is. This is what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think patience is something I need to work on.
Well, you're going to need that as a spiritual entrepreneur. Things will take a lot longer than you'd like.
Yeah.
Much longer.
Yeah.
It takes a lot longer to turn a vision into reality. But if you manage to do it, it's very satisfying because it's actually happening. It's no longer a dream or a vision. It's actually reality. Then you realize, hey, this stuff's starting to work. The idea I had is turning my vision is turning into reality. It's earning some money. It's making a difference in the world. I'm delivering a gift. That's when it gets exciting because there's actually a tangible thing happening in the world. This is what we're trying to go from. Vision into reality. Okay. So you got about a bit under 2 minutes, guys, just to explore that a bit more. You can discuss it some more or just write down more what you've realized. Okay. Because this is defining what your gift of service is. Okay. Because if you're not clear, you've got to become super sharp and focused on what it is. Because only when you're totally focused on what it is and you feel this is it, this is what I want to deliver to the world, which can be a bit strange if you've been in a normal 3D job because you just had to put up with whatever the boss threw at you. Now you have the power to do what you want to do. So you've got to be pretty clear that this is what I really want to do out of all of the options I have available. And when you're in that place of passion, that draws people. I'll feel that. Okay, so what you're doing is you're testing this on each other at the moment, and you're getting the mirror of it. You're testing it on yourself. Well, is that what I really want to do?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll do zoning, maybe I'll do some energy work, and then suddenly a few years later, you realize, I just want to do the energy work only. Because you're going to develop and evolve. So what you're trying to do is see the landscape. that's actually starting to form. It's coming from the higher self, higher dimensional part of you. What's my landscape? And be fluid and be open to it. Okay, because that is the business plan. Okay, you're tapping into it. Okay. Okay. Go back 13 seconds, guys. We're going to go back to the main room now. Okay, it's going to kick us out.
Yeah.
Hope that helped. We'll have a bigger discussion now. So. So just click the blue leave room button on the bottom right, okay? It's on the
Okay.
bottom. Yeah. You can just leave breakout room, but don't leave the meeting, okay?
Is it the original?
Okay, didn't lose you. Good. Just get the other guys. I'm going to bring the other guys back. All right. I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back in about 2 minutes, okay? So, so keep writing down your realizations. This is the important bit here, okay? All right. Okay. All right, everyone's back. So, Catherine, did you get a chance to finish saying your piece there? Was the Wi-Fi a bit more stable?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good. So let's have a little bit of feedback. How did you find that? Having mirrored back what was in your head, the vision that's downloaded from your visionary template, which is in the 5th dimension, it's in the quantum field, because your souls have designed your entire business already, but they only give you a little bit at a time, because you're only ready to cope a little bit at a time. Okay. I find it fascinating you're back here, Josie, because it's obviously another piece you're meant to get by turning up again. So of the plan. So the visionary template comes down of the knowledge. You get one little thing, like Janica was zoning, for example. Manasa, you got a bit of an idea what you want to do. How was that having it? You said it out loud, maybe for the first time.
Yes.
Someone else heard that. It sounded creative. It went out into the reality, and someone mirrored it back to you. Then you realize this is becoming a living entity because businesses are energy. You start off with little ideas. It was in your middle of your brain, for example, or the energy field. It was a little spark of an idea. Now it's growing a lot bigger. Okay, it's the key to growing a business. You've got to grow the idea, you've got to grow the energy, because it's downloaded through you. It went to someone else. They mirrored it back, so you're nurturing it. So how is that to feel your vision come back as more solid energy, and you're looking at it in the third person now? It's no longer inside you; it's actually outside you. Starting to manifest as a hologram. How did you guys find that? And what realizations did you get from seeing it in the third person? Who wants to go first? Manasi.
So when I spoke about my vision or my gift to service, I just said whatever came to my mind. But after that, when I heard it back from Catherine, just more ideas kept flowing in my mind. I thought, okay, maybe this is the next thing that could happen after that, or more refined version of what I said to her was coming to my mind.
Yep. So I hope you wrote all that down, because that's the goal here. Because your soul's
Yeah.
saying, okay, she's ready for more. So it infuses you more information, you see.
Yeah.
So you're used to having a business plan, probably. What sort of corporate work were you in before?
I was into finance and accounting.
Okay. So there's normally a financial plan. I used to write financial plans, run spreadsheets. There is no financial plan anymore. It's not
Yeah.
sitting in Excel. It's not a 5-year or a 10-year plan that goes around in many loops. It goes for a board or whatever it goes towards. It's all upstairs downloading through you at the right time. It's a completely different plan. That's what you're learning here. It's a much better plan, actually, because it's going to work.
Yes.
Work a lot better than the 3D plan. Okay, I used to try and plan out this business in the same way that I learned in the corporate world. only half the things would ever work because I wasn't listening to upstairs. I was thinking about it too much. So now I've learned just to let it go. Like this training, I was doing yoga one morning about 2 years ago. And then my team said to me, guidance team said to me, sit down, we have the next workshop. I said, I'm doing yoga. I said, sit down, we have a workshop. In an hour and a half, they designed the whole workshop. It was just channeled through on a spreadsheet. And that's what I taught Josie last year. The whole workshop just arrived because it was ready. It was complete. And it was just all there. It had a bit of a refinement, but mostly it was there. So this is how we run spiritual businesses. We just listen, feel, flow when it feels right. That's the true plan, Manasi. So that's the first thing you learned. Okay? Because you follow that plan, it's going to work. But if you let the corporate left brain program you run it, it won't work as well. Nearly as well. Okay? So it's a dynamic plan that changes in the moment. That's the way it works. Who else would like to share their experience of actualizing out in the energy externally their vision, their gift? Erin.
I found that hearing it back makes a lot more sense than how I can speak it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yes, that's what I'm trying to say, but when I go to say it, I do feel like I get muddled up there. So hearing it back in a different way, I'm like, yes, that's it. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Who's next? Would like to
I
share?
can go.
Kitty.
Confused, and then I realized, oh, maybe it's too much I'm saying. Maybe I should focus more on saying what I do and not how I do it. Because when she was saying back, she was getting confused, and then I was getting confused, and then I was explaining again. So I think it's better to say, yeah, what I'm doing instead of explaining how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
That's the clarity I
Good.
to less is more.
Good. So you've learned something. So basically what you're doing is you're doing what we call market testing. You're market testing an idea to see if someone actually absorbs the concept, because they have to absorb something first before they can do anything with it. Customer has to grasp what you're talking about. So that's very important feedback. Okay. Catherine, how was that?
Yeah. I find kind of how can I help people if I haven't healed my karmas yet? So I feel like I have to heal those first and then teach others or hold the space. But I definitely do want to do like a soul contract readings and then heal the people like in subsequent sessions. But yeah, those people exist. So if I'm interested in it, it's obviously something that resonates with me. But it was helpful to hear something back in general. Like the Imago course, it reminded me of my marriage when we took an Imago course and we never did anything with it, but just hearing something back is very helpful. So I liked it. Thank you very much.
You don't have to be completely healed to be able to start being a practitioner, delivering your gift, because otherwise you'll be 70 and dusty, Catherine. You can start with what you've got. Okay. Start with what you've got. Because you're always going to be working on yourself. We all are. It's the nature of being human. Okay. I wouldn't worry about that. Okay. All right. Janica, how was that? Talk to us about the expansion of the idea of zoning. What did you discover?
Yeah, so talking about that, and even when I'm listening to the words like coming out of my mouth, I'm like, I don't just want to do the zoning. So I kind of did this little like map here, like like the foot zoning, it leads to human connection, which is important for open doors to other things like I just keep dives into the soul contract or human design or gene keys, all these things that I find very fascinating. I'm in this realizing I'm in this beginning stages of learning, and then I get very excited and I want to share. So, but then it's hard to find people who really like, in my circle, I don't have a ton of people who know about any of this stuff. So I feel like I'm just in this time of my life where I'm just like learning, and eventually it'll all make sense and I'll figure out what to do with it. But yeah.
Okay. All right, Josie.
That it reminded me that the first time that I did this exercise before I took your seminar, that was like a kind of a year ago. And at that time, I spoke a lot, I remember, because it was the first time that I questioned myself about that. But I have an idea, right? I have an idea, and I was, talking a lot about this idea. And now it's interesting because I know what it is, at least now, right? Because I understand it could change. So when you have, your gift of service clear is, you don't need, let's say, you don't need to explain that much. But at the end of the day, which is the thing that is interesting, that is that a year ago I knew, but it took me a while to explain what was that. Now I have it very clear, and I can just, tell you like in some seconds. I have it clear. But 1 year ago, I already knew. But it was difficult for me to explain it because it's like an abstract concept, right? This is really helpful. Thank you.
All right. Let's move on. Okay, glad you guys enjoyed that. So let's get to the next phase. I'm just going to share the screen again. Just got to adjust my other screen again. Okay. All right. So I think we're already starting to touch on this idea. Well, okay, you've got a clear idea on your gift of service. So who's your audience? I mean, Janica just said to us, it's basically, you said, is there anybody out there interested in this? Because amongst your friends and family, no one seems to be particularly resonant with what you're doing. Are you the real spiritual one in the family?
I think so. I think my husband, he's interested in this, but he's busy, and I'm definitely more. I can look at this stuff and it just kind of makes sense to me, but kind of like Aaron was saying, like if I try to explain it to someone, I have a hard time knowing how to explain it. I just get it like inside, it just resonates on a different level with me, I think. And so, yeah, I have one friend who asks a little bit, she's interested in what I'm doing and says I should, do something to like get that kind of information out there of what I'm learning, whether it's on social media or whatever. I just haven't done that yet. But yeah, I do feel kind of like the odd one out in my area.
Yeah, it's normal for light workers. So it's normal for light workers to feel like the black sheep of the family. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're a training ground. That's the point of having a family. So is there anybody out there? Well, there is, but your job is to find out who your ideal client avatar is and what their gender is, their age range, their income level, the level of consciousness. And what we mean by that is, are they very 3D or just waking up, or are they really awake spiritually? Okay. I mean, you're already feeling the difference in level of consciousness, Janica, from response of your family. Like, well, what's the stuff you're doing? Can't make money from this. What's that all about? You know, or however they respond. The degree of commitment to their spiritual path, how spiritually evolved they are. Where do they hang out? Okay, so you can have a bit of it. You may have some idea or no idea who this is. Okay, I'll give you an idea who my ideal client avatar is. 80% of our clients are women, between about 25 to 60 or 70, sometimes older. They've got a reasonable level of income. They're usually professional women. They're reasonably conscious. They've done a lot of work on themselves already. They're very committed to their spiritual path, and they'll do whatever it takes to get their mission online. And that usually means leaving their corporate job, if they haven't already, to make a difference in the world. Okay? And they tend to hang out on YouTube, because we're on YouTube a lot, Facebook, Instagram, younger ones on TikTok, stuff like that. But I don't do those ones because I just don't have time. And they tend to come to a lot of our webinars. Okay, and they're very interested. Okay, that's who turns up. All right, that's my ideal client avatar. But it took a while to grasp who that was, and they're global. We have people everywhere for this business. That's the way it's grown, fortunately. So what we're going to do now is you guys are going to find out. Okay, we need more pair work. Betty, are you there? Are you still there? Hang on. Let's take a look. Or did you drop out? Yeah, you're still there. Okay, we're going to do. Okay, we're going to do, and we can do pairs now. Actually, I think we'll do it in threes. I think it was more interesting doing it in threes because you learn a lot more about each other actually that way. So same thing again, the triangle. We just go around the triangle, and you have. So don't rush. You've got plenty of time. 4 minutes is a long time to talk. Okay, so give it some thought. Give it your best shot. I mean, you're not going to know exactly what it is at this stage, some of you, and it's fine. The main thing is to say it. I feel it's probably around this. Then your partner writes it down and feeds it back to you. Then I want you to feel that, and you'll feel, well, maybe I'll let some men in on this as well, or maybe it's younger people, or Getty said from 4 to 92, or whatever it was, I think, didn't you? So a whole range of people. Did I hear that right? You work with all sorts of people. Okay, so explore this. Okay, so we'll do another 20 minutes like this. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing here. I'm going to have a different group now. So I'm in a breakout room. Just going to form this. I just have to recreate them here. And do manuals. And have actually, no, I don't want 3 rooms. Oh no, it's okay. We can do that. Okay, and then we'll go this one. Actually, I'm going to split you into 3 rooms. It's more interesting that way. Now this is working. I'm going to split into 3 rooms. Okay, so Janica, who would you like to work with? Someone you haven't worked with before?
Oh, sure. Anybody. Maybe,
Josie, are you okay to work with?
sure.
Okay. Then we'll have Getty. I'll put you with Manasi. And Aaron and Catherine can have a go. All right. So you'll have 20 minutes now. Actually, make it 15. You don't think you need that much. 15 should be okay because it's in pairs now. Okay. Give that a go. See how you find that.
Is that, yeah? Okay, so, well, with not really knowing, what it is want to do, I know I want to work with energy work and maybe kind of like a coaching. So that's my first struggle is what am I doing? But I guess, okay, for the gender, I mean, really either, but I would see it being more women. And I'm 40, I have 2 kids, so I feel like, but I don't know, I've always felt like I've kind of, it's connected more with older people ever since I was young. So I don't know that it would necessarily, my audience would be people my age or younger. So that I really don't have clarity on the age range.
Probably 2 CR, maybe 5 CR.
Is that like a medium income or a high income?
That is medium income.
Mm-hmm.
What was the next in line after income?
Consciousness.
Consciousness. So consciousness level, I would say something in between medium, towards the end of medium, like not very, very awakened, but not like, not at the start of it, like where they're just trying to figure out what it is, somewhere between medium and, what was the next thing?
A degree of commitment to spiritual path.
I would want that to be high.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one?
The next one was how spiritually evolved are the people.
This is also medium spiritual evolvement. Would be medium. Medium in the sense, they agree to this spiritual concept, and even if they are not aware how it works, but at least they agree with the entire system of 5D. That was the last one, right?
No, the last one was where do they hang out?
Yeah, where do they hang out? I think
utilizing a way to deliver what I'm trying to do. So I don't know which platform my my people would be on. So it's just, I'm guessing it's a let's try this until it like something clicks and then move forwards, like, and say, oh, YouTube's getting more hits and try and do more on that. So yeah, my ideal client, I'll have to listen to all of that back because I have no idea what I've just said. I heard
those are
yeah, I'll let you have a go.
oh no, go. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what I heard. You want people who want are devoted to going higher consciousness, for people to grow and expand, and those that question answer format, you like to help them that way. Any gender, ages 35 and up are ideal, and you want to connect through to more, how to raise consciousness and raise themselves and that need direction in life, I guess. Yeah. You can help them out. Do people reach out to you on TikTok for your services, or does it work? Or no?
See, I'm at the stage where I haven't gone online with it. So I am promoting my book that I've done through that, and it has got a few sales. But with my actual service, I think because I have to sit there and go into a channel, and it's hard to come out of it, get a question, and go back into it, and do that on a live basis. So I haven't necessarily shown off what I can do and achieve. So and I'm guessing it's finding that comfort, which I'm on with. I think I've got a few in-person events which I've done. So it's just finding that confidence within myself to take that onto an online platform more. Yeah.
You're reminding me, there's this, can you hear me okay or no?
It's okay. I can just.
Okay. There's a lady on YouTube that channels Archangel Raphael, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Just does it for like 15 minutes, and that's like her YouTube video, and then people can reach out to her and she has sessions with them.
Yeah.
That I really like. That sounds like what you would like to do.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So basically mine would be, I guess, a person like me, like a light worker, a woman, 35 to and up, same here, that has the means to pay for courses and healings and sessions. Maybe like a certain amount of salary and up would be my target. I'm not on any platform yet. Coming up with a name is difficult for me because I feel like it's already taken, like no matter what I choose.
So this is another thing that for me it was interesting. You know, the say the money part. It's basically that those two things. I think they were really interesting.
Yeah, with the money thing, it's like I don't necessarily have to make money at it. My husband would like that, I'm sure, but I don't know that that's really what drives it. Not when I'm being genuine about it, you know, like if I can just help someone, that's what's important. And whether that's through like a really set up business or not, or just, you know, people that come into my life, I don't think it really matters. So I don't know, I guess I just like need to find more opportunities for those experiences. And maybe that's where I'm kind of stuck too.
Yeah, it's the connection part. I guess it's the connection part with, you know, you just mentioned you passed through a process, right? A personal process. So I guess it's related to that. So yeah, so I can begin now.
Yeah.
So you know that I did this exercise a while ago when I began to wrote the book, and I defined. I thought that I knew my audience, but then when I was writing the book, I was writing the book thinking about somebody's, you know, specific, you know, thinking about telling my story, because it's an autobiography, telling my story to a girlfriend, let's say, but at the end of the day, people that gave me feedback about reading the book. I would say that from 10 people, 8 were men.
Oh wow!
So it was really interesting. So I think for me, it was really surprising because I didn't wrote the book for them. I wrote the book for women.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's interesting because we are all people, right? So my feeling is that they just connect with something. And I guess because the book was related with, you know, within the corporate world.
So like barring Katie, work. And also I do vision workshops. So when people are a bit are stuck, or they want to do something, but they don't know how they can do it, then I coach them I give them inspiration and connect them to people and tell them, you know what, how about this? And you can do that, and you can do that. And you should focus on this. So also what we're doing now, when they're like, oh, I would really love to do this, but I don't think it's realistic, then I say everything is realistic, everything is possible. And this could be an idea that you could, this could be something you could do to make it possible.
Right.
Yeah. But so far, I don't have the people that have a super high income level, and I don't have the people that have a very high level of consciousness. So I don't have the people that have a very high degree of commitment to the spiritual path. It's more like all medium, yeah.
Mm.
And what did you want to do?
So I just quit, like I said, I just quit my corporate job to do something of my own. And then after quitting corporate job, business coaching seemed the just right option. But after getting into that, I've just started that though. But there also I don't find peace of mind. It is just the same like my job, because I'm not finding that soul connect there. I think that is because I'm too much spiritually inclined. I want to do healing and stuff. And so just very confused what I should be doing. I am also into music, but I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, me too. I also do music.
Yeah.
But I mean, is it because the business clients you have, they don't align with you? Or is it because they're not open to, because there's businesses who actually, they all need spiritual coaching, right? So you could actually coach businesses in a spiritual way, but then you need to find those businesses that are open to it, right? What's the problem now that you have?
I'm not being able to create that business model where I'll be able to coach businesses in a spiritual way.
Mhm.
Because I come from that, CPA background. I'm a CPA.
Yeah.
What's the number you want? Like, success or luck, or like, what's the number?
I had a business reading done. So there is lots of different aspects to it that you want, like a solid foundation and so on and so forth, and talent supporting. So I can't remember necessarily, but I'm sure 13.4 is in there.
So it goes back to
yeah, it's a whole different ball game. But definitely, if you're struggling with like naming, go get a business reading done, because it definitely confirmed for me, confirmed that was the right name for me.
That's good. Yeah, because I feel like mine's always taken, or it's not right, but yeah, I'll
Refining.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And for the tips. So who are your actual clients who actually come to you? Are they?
So it is mostly friends at the moment who keep on messaging me saying, oh, can you just do this one for me, and can you answer this? And they do keep on coming back, because they always have the next question ready. So they are all spiritual already. So it's just transferring that out on a bigger scale. And I think that's through showing more of it.
That makes sense. It's true, like the people I've done soul contract readings for, they were all like, I didn't charge any of them, but they were really interested in it. Like I didn't force it on them, but they wanted to learn about it. So those were the best ones, because they're interested in, or they're psychic themselves, or they've done numerology, or they know a little bit about it. So it was helpful that I didn't have to explain, like, and they learn things too from new things. So that's good. I love that. And yeah, it's the showing the before and after is my issue. Like, how do you prove what was done before?
Yeah. Without like, do you get testimonials?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I could do that. I've
And
asked for it. So that's like easy way, right?
yeah.
To prove like what I did, this is how it could help you. Or others say they'll come to you, they'll just be drawn to you if you're the right fit.
Yeah.
So leave it to the like spiritual sense to they'll.
Okay, guys, a little bit of feedback. How was that in terms of defining your ideal client avatar? What did you learn from that? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first again.
Yep, Manasi, go for it.
So, while answering those questions, though I knew that I should just say whatever comes to my mind by intuition, but still that little thing in my mind kept saying that you have to be realistic, you have to be realistic. So even though I wanted to say, the degree of commitment should be high or spiritual evolvement should be high, I kept saying medium because I thought, why would someone who's highly evolved want to come to get themselves healed or have a spiritual experience if they are already evolved? So it was only after Gitty's chance, she said she wants highly evolved and all the conscious levels high and everything high. And when she said it was high, I was like, yeah, even I wanted that, but I didn't have the courage to say that because I thought it has to be realistic.
Okay. I mean, go for what you're passionate about and see what happens.
Yeah.
When you're starting to create something new, you might as well go for what you really want and then see what the marketplace says, then adjust.
Yeah.
It's important not to compromise at this stage when you're just starting out, because
Yeah.
the 3D corporate life is all about compromise.
Yeah.
And it's about being in more than the truth of what you really want to do. So just a thought for you. All right, who else would like to give feedback on what they've discovered about their ideal client avatar? Catherine?
I guess it's finding someone like yourself, like a light worker around your age that has or is going through what you have gone through, that can afford to have sessions that are committed to healing courses and sessions are the ideal people.
Okay. All right. Next, who else wants to share what they discovered? Josie.
You know that the thing is that when I launched the book, I was really thinking about writing the book for women because I was quitting the corporate world. As a woman having, an important position. And at the end of the day, I had feedback more for men than for women. I would say 80% of men and 20% women. So now that I defining a workshop, I would love to have more, at least 50-50 because spiritual world is been usually focused more for women than for men. So I'm still trying to, working on that, how to communicate properly, whatever I do in the workshop, in order to attract men, to still attract men as well as I attract them, with the book, keep attracting them in the workshops. So I'm in the process.
Yes, the marketplace has given you different feedback to what you thought the market was. 80%
Yes.
men, You're probably expecting the other way around, but look what happened.
Yes.
So it's very important to respond to that because they're attracted to you for a reason, because you have something you need. So often a product or service that we have a vision of turns out to be completely different by the time we take all the feedback. It turns out to be better, actually. We have to start from somewhere. So be open, guys, to the feedback of people's responses to what you think the idea is, and it's about adapting it to what the market actually wants, provided obviously you like working with those people. There's always interesting surprises. Okay. All right. Who else would like to share what they discovered? Okay, we'll move on. Nearly at the end of this. So hope you found that helpful to get clarity. Okay. Because you always want to be refining your client avatar, ideal client avatar. It's going to evolve over time. Okay, so I'll give you a taste of, that was just a taster of what we cover in marketing and manifesting your business. And I'm going to just go through what we cover in the 2-day training at the August 31st, 1st of September. We just done this bit here. We'll do that again, but in more depth. Okay, there'll be a lot more people to play with. Defining what it is for you to be a spiritual entrepreneur. What is your gift of service? And then we're going to talk about how do you get there? How do you become that entrepreneur? We talk about dissolving your ego, because it's created by your soul contract. Because the biggest business risk is what's in your soul contract. How far it limits how far you can go in your business. If you clear your ego, your business runs a lot better. Most important investment is you. Your home energy is very important. How it affects you, the balance of the 5 elements in your home. Who is your audience? You just did a bit of that. We'll go through that again. And then we talk about how do you connect with this audience? How do you connect with your tribe who you've just started to get an idea who they are? Okay. Because the business is based upon the idea of you have an ideal client avatar and you have the gift of service. When they meet, that's called a business. Okay. But you've got to communicate with them. So we talk about the top level principles of a very complex 5th dimensional landscape delivering a 3D into the 3D world to some degree. It takes to make the transition from being just starting off on this to becoming a spiritual entrepreneur, especially if you're in the corporate world, takes on average 18 to 24 months to change your mindset. That's the most important thing you've got to do. And this training is about giving you an idea of the landscape of how to transition so you have a different 5D mindset. Most of the way we respond in business is what we've been programmed with from Matrix, which is 3D corporate, especially if we worked in it. So we'll talk about how business success is an inside job. The internal emotional state and being determines the outer hologram of your business. And we will talk about how to reconcile the masculine and feminine aspects of you, feminine gift and the masculine structure required to deliver that feminine gift to the world. Okay. How to stay connected with this 5th dimensional perspective and community, which will feed you, because a lot of you are saying that you're not really connected with your local network of people, family and friends. How do you connect with a higher frequency energy of people on the same path so you can be fed, so you're not just doing this by yourself? It can be very isolating being a light worker, as you know. How to escape from the corporate matrix, both physically, emotionally, and financially and spiritually. What is the most effective form of marketing for you so that your gift of service can be delivered to or found by your ideal client avatar? There's been some discussion of business names. We talk about why they are so important in terms of attracting the ideal client avatar and telling them what the gift of service is. That's an art form in itself. We also talk about what's the best way to roll out your services, what are channels to market, other means of getting from you, the service, to the marketplace. You've got to communicate with people. We'll talk about sales funnel webinars. This is how we market this business. We talk about how they work, why they are so successful. Josie's been talking about how she's used the model we shared and she's been very successful. Whoops. Some recording was just running there. Sorry about that. Previous video was rendering. What's my spiritual business plan? I talked about that a little bit. We talk a lot more about that. How do you connect to that visionary template? And we have guest speakers, experts come along as well from the practitioner. Well, my pool of practitioners, there's hundreds of them. But the ones I'll bring along are the ones who are going to explain to you how do you actually turn the concepts, which we talk about in 2 days, the top level concepts. How do you turn that into an 18 to 24 month plan? Okay. It actually rolls your business out there and actually ends up paying the bills. So, and these guys, their talent is to help you build your systems, your websites, train you, coach you on a regular basis. It's available if you want it. So you actually go through and make that mindset change. You don't become an entrepreneur in a weekend. In a weekend, you get some idea what the landscape is. At least you know where you're looking now. I know a lot of you have been feeling very lost because you're not going to find the answers in the 3D world at all to do what you want to do. They don't exist because it's a different language. And so they'll introduce themselves and they'll show you how they can help you make that mindset shift so you can have that 5D business. But it requires focus, dedication, time, energy, but it can be done. So the idea is that at least you know there's a pathway, there's a plan on what you need to do. So you spend 80% of your effort on the 20% of things that actually matter to actually make this business happen. So you become one of the 30% of small businesses that are actually still running after 5 years. Okay? Because if you follow the path of spirit, it'll work. Okay? So it's about getting you to that point. Okay, I can't guarantee it, but you've got a much better chance. So, any questions about what we've covered today? It was just a brief taste. Any questions about marketing and manifesting your business, or just specific issues that have come up? Catherine?
Regarding the naming, is that someone on the on your website that could help, like a coach that could help with the business of using the sole contract to name your company?
Yeah, just contact Antonia. She's very good at that.
Okay.
She can help you sort out your business name. She's a complete natural at doing that. So she'll sort out, get you the right attracting energy to do that, so that the business energies will attract the right people. Because the business sole contract energies need to be a match. They have to be connected to your own personal sole contract energies. Okay, this is the inner and the outer parts of who you are. And when they are, and they're aligned to what you want to do, then they will naturally pull in the clients. I mean, we don't do any Google ads, or I haven't even done search engine optimization. I'm about to. But the energies of the way we name the businesses and the products and services, they naturally attract people. It's much more powerful, actually. Okay, it's multidimensional marketing through the frequency of the business names. That's what she'll do for you. Okay, that's level 3 in the subcontract work. So.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? Was that helpful, guys? That give you a bit of an idea? Erin?
Yeah, I've got clarity on what it is that I meant to do next, which is put my face out there. I've got to show myself, otherwise I'm not going to get it back. if you see what I'm saying. So I've got clarity on my next steps from repeating myself and getting it back. So thank you, everybody. Yeah, helped me. Thank you.
Anyone else? Josie, you want to say something? No.
No, I did the name, what you just mentioned, the name of my book, The Alignment with My Name. The book is here. And then the other thing that I find interesting that I did the other alignment, which is the podcast and the name of the company that I'm doing it with another person. So it was the alignment for both of us.
And how's that
It's
gone?
already running.
How's that going?
Excellent. The podcast is, we launched it 2 months ago. It's doing great. Actually, one of the most important parts, I think, is that we both enjoy it a lot. And I think that people feel that vibration because it's more like it's not just the concept that we transmit, but it's a transmission, it's an energy transmission. And we're both, let's say in the same consciousness level, whatever it is, but we are very aligned. So that's the podcast, and then the name of the company also, which is the next step, is all about the unfolding process, which is what you shared with me a year ago. It's happening. It is just amazing. I'm just following up. I'm just, I completely surrender myself because I come from the corporate world, which is like, you need to define an objective and then you have to, accomplish that exact objective. And it doesn't work like that, right? If you're talking about your soul contract, the gift of service doesn't work like that. It's just an unfolding process. It's a completely dynamic process. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you, Josie.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at our time. Thank you guys for hanging in there. So if you want to expand upon this intro, marketing and manifesting your business training is running from 31st of August, 1st of September. It's a Saturday and Sunday. Okay. It runs from, you can find out more at marketingandmanifestingyourbusiness.com. It runs from 12:30 UK to 8:30 PM UK. So that's like 7:30 AM Eastern for 8 hours. I think India, that'll be like probably 5 o'clock Manassi, 5 till 1 in the morning, something like that probably. Okay, so it'll be like 4 1.5 hour sessions if you're interested in coming. We'll go really deep into this in terms of all the key things you got to be concerned about. So at least the aim is that you have the landscape of what you need to work on. Because it's not knowing what you need to work on, which is the big uncertainty and stress though when you're trying to start one of these businesses. And because we as Lightworkers are programmed to do it alone, we don't meet anyone like us. You only get about 15-20% of things done, and you'll be reinventing the wheel when there are known principles which actually are tried and tested spiritually, which will actually work. So it's going to save you a lot of time, so you don't waste time doing things which aren't going to work. I've watched some of my practitioners struggle to work it out themselves, and they end up going back to the corporate world. And after a couple of years, when they can't pay the mortgage anymore, well, it's just too stressful because they haven't got enough structure. And the aim of this is to bridge that transition. So it's a one-way trip from corporate world to eventually a successful business that does pay the bills. The fee is £367 or about $460 US. Is a deposit of £124, but $156 US if you're interested. And we have payment plans in there. You'll see on the registration form. You just click on PayPal checkout near the bottom, and then click on pay later at the bottom, and it'll give you a payment plan depending on what PayPal offers in your country. Sometimes it's 3 or 4 monthly payments. Manassi.
Yeah, sorry. So I have one question. So even after doing this, I am still in dilemma of what I should be doing. If it is business coaching or more of healing work or spiritual work. So getting into these trainings, would that give me a clarity of what I really should be doing?
It'll help you get clarity. It'll be the beginnings of helping you clarity. It's only 2 days. I have to cover all that stuff I just showed you. It's not just the market niche, it's the whole energy landscape of what you've got to consider to deliver what your service is. And you may not get clarity straight away. You may need to be on the ongoing coaching program to evolve towards that clarity. But what often happens with this stuff is that you may need to market test both of them and see how you feel and see how the marketplace feels. Often with these businesses, you cannot figure it out. Almira Ariel Heller, who formed this business with me, we used to test drive lots of things to see what would happen, knowing that half the things we would do probably wouldn't work, but unless we tried them, we wouldn't find out. Okay. Sometimes by trying it out, we discover something else that people want, which we never even thought of. So it's not about saying, I've got to get it right, Manasi. It's about, okay, I have a passion, a feeling, of following the signature, spiritual signature, to try this. Just test it out and see what happens. And test out the coaching. Try both. It might be both. It might be one or the other. You won't know till you try it.
Got it, yeah.
Yeah, you won't know. But we talk more about that. But that's essentially, you've got to be prepared to take a lot more risks with it, okay, and see what happens.
Yeah, right.
Okay, does that help?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and you're going to evolve, and your business is going to evolve. So you might start out with one thing initially. When you have a business background, so I'm pretty sure you'll be working with business. It's a question of what else you're going to do and how you develop your portfolio of services. We talk all about that, different services we offer, how you manage that. So we get into all that in more detail of things to consider. So you don't make assumptions based upon the way you're programmed by the matrix. Most of the time they won't be right. Okay. We take it from the fifth dimensional perspective. Okay. Some things you got to take the vision, try it out, see what happens. Okay, so it would be helpful to get you going, but it may not give you the final answer. It may give you more clarity on the process, as I've given you just now, of how to find out.
Yes.
Okay.
Understood. Yeah.
All right. Any other questions, guys? Okay, thanks for coming. Hope that was helpful, and hope to see you on the training if you feel like it. Love to see you out there making a difference. The previous guys who've been on it really have a lot more clarity on where they're going and a lot more relaxed about it. Because the stress of not knowing is very high when you start these things off. I mean, I gritted my teeth, just about wore my teeth out. I had to get a mouth guard for my dentist because I didn't know what I was doing. Wish I had me from the future telling me what I should be doing. So this is why we came up with this course, so you guys would get there a lot quicker. Okay. All right. Thanks for coming. Full engagement. Take care.
Thank you.
Right. Bye.
Bye, Nicolas. Thank you.